What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about what UR gear I'm going to be making first. Now, this isn't really a, how do I put this? Whenever we get closer to UR gear, I'll make an official what units to UR gear video. Let's put it that way, right? I'll make an official what units to UR gear video whenever we get closer to Training Cave and UR gear, etc. This video is just going to be talking about who I plan on URing because of X, Y, and Z, etc. Just so you guys can get an idea of how to formulate who you want to give UR gear first and who you want to give UR gear to in general. So, starting out, we're going to go ahead and go to my gear sets and everything like that, talking about all my units. So, the very first unit, and I recommend every single person make a UR gear set for this one unit. And that is going to be Meliodas. Now, if you guys don't know how UR gear works, it is name specific. And what I mean by that is, Demon Meliodas can, if I make UR gear for Demon Meliodas can use the gear set. Blue Demon Meliodas can use the gear set. This Meliodas can also use the gear set. If there's any other Meliodas that drops in the game, like Assault Mode, he can use it. Lost Vein Meliodas, he can use it. It's name specific. Just like if I make a UR gear set for Blue Skinny King, right? Let's say I make a UR gear set for Blue Skinny King. Blue Skinny King can use the UR gear set. Green Skinny King can use the UR gear set. Fat King can use the UR gear set as well. It's name specific, right? So it's not like different, like it doesn't matter if they're different type of characters. It's name specific. If the name is King, all Kings can use it. If the name is Meliodas, all Meliodas can use it. So the very first gear set I'm going to be making is going to be Meliodas, and the reason why is Meliodas is used for so much stuff. Whether it's story mode and you have to bring them, or if it's Crimson Demon, or if it's Blue Demon Meliodas with Farming Team, or if it's Blue Demon Meliodas with Pin Team, or if it's Lost Vein Meliodas because he's the best PvP unit on JP. It doesn't matter what it is. Meliodas is literally used for everything. So I recommend everyone make a UR gear set for Meliodas. Like, I'm not saying it has to be your first one. I'm not saying it has to be your first three. Like, just, you want to eventually have a UR gear set for Meliodas because he is literally used everywhere. One of his units are used everywhere. Let's just say that. I already have attack defense on him right now. I mean, it's not super high rolled or anything, but I have it on him, you know. It was just an extra gear set I had, so I put it on him, and I'll eventually max it out or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I recommend everyone make an attack defense gear set for Meliodas, right? That's going to be the first one that I do now, or not the first one per se, but one of the first ones I do, let's say that. Now, as far as my main team, as you guys know, I do run King Brum, which is just Ult Rush. I am going to be making UR gear for this team right here, right? Now, if you guys don't know, UR gear doesn't like just release for everybody, right? It releases for certain units, right? Every couple of weeks, or every week, or every other week, or whatever. When UR gear first drops, I'm not sure who's going to have it. So depending on who has it at the time is going to determine who I make it for. Because like, if none of these 4 units have UR gear, I'll just make UR gear for Meliodas, right? And then just wait. But yeah, if you look, we can go ahead and look at everybody's gear so you guys can see exactly what's going on. Helbram has attack defense gear. It is high rolled, as you can see, 11.7, 12.5, 12.3. This is 12.3, 12.3, and 13.1. So his gear is high rolled. I will be making him a attack defense UR gear set. If you look at Gother has HP defense on. His is high rolled as well, 12.6, 13.4, 13.5, 11.5. I do have 2 resistance rolls, but that's just because they're super high well, 3 actually, but they're super high resistance rolls, so it's whatever. And then his attack 11.3. So HP defense on Gother, that's going to be his UR gear set. If you look at King, HP defense high roll 12.2, 12.6, 12.6. 11.8, 13.2, 11.4. He's also getting a UR gear set. And then my last main unit of my team is going to be Merlin, which she's also high rolled. She has HP defense on as well, 13.4. She has some resistance on, which are super high rolls on resistance, so I kept it. Attack 13.5, 12.5 HP. High defense roll, 2 high resistance rolls. And then, I mean, her last one, which is 13% attack. So yeah, if you look at my team, Gother, King, Merlin all have HP defense. I'm going to be making those UR gears. And then Helbram has attack defense. If you care to look at the supports have the exact same thing as the main unit. So there's Demon Meliodas, Gother, Merlin. Scrolling down, look, HP defense on Arthur for Merlin, HP defense Slater, and then attack defense Gustav. And then we have HP defense on small DN for my king. Now, those are going to be the, like, 5 UR gear sets I get first, right? Obviously, you want your main team, and then you want Meliodas. Now, that's if you have your main team made. A lot of, if you guys have not checked out my last video, I go over the top 3 PvP teams or, like, in-game teams in the game. Now, you want to make sure you're making your way towards those teams so that, whenever your gear comes out and like we get to the end game, you guys are ready for it, right? So make sure you guys check out that last video I dropped if you have not already. Now, I do have more gear sets, right? I have a attack crit damage gear set on my Green King. I'm not gonna make this UR. This is just gonna be for Slater and Green King for the demon raids. Obviously, I need to get a SSR orb whenever that comes out. I low-key been thinking about making his attack crit damage gear UR, but I'm not gonna do it. That's just not worth it all. Also, where is Green Helbram? Green Helbram, if you guys don't know what his passive is, whenever he dies, he heals for 100% of his defense. So I actually have triple defense on Helbram. Now, I would have went defensive sub rolls if this was actually his gear or something, but I'm gonna be using this gear for my tanks. So basically, small tank Green DN. I'm also going to be using it for Valenti because it has resistant sub rolls, if you guys don't know. So yeah, but I have triple defense on Helbram right now. I also have an attack set, which it's not even done or anything like that, but I have an attack set on Giant Blue DN, which I'm gonna max out eventually. I don't know when. And the reason why I have this on her is because when Giant Green DN comes out, that's going to be my farmer. If you guys don't know about Giant Green DN, she's not that good of a unit outside of farming. Both of her attacks are AoE, and both of her attacks have like super high percents on AoE, right? On her first skill, her level 1% is 140, and on her other skill, it's 150, which are the highest AoE percents you can have in the game for AoE. Usually, whenever someone has an AoE, the AoE is 100%. Right? They don't get 150 till the rank 2, which she has on her rank 1s, which is really nice. So yeah, that's why I have that on Blue DN, because I'm going to be switching that to, I'm eventually be switching that to Green Giant DN as my farmer unit. But yeah, so I mean, King UR gear, Gother UR gear, Merlin UR gear, Helbram UR gear, and then I'm going to be giving Meliodas, which right here, I'm going to be giving Meliodas UR gear as well. And the reason why I'm going to be giving, like, UR gear to Meliodas, not only is he used in everything, once Losbane Meliodas comes out, I'm probably going to switch him in for Helbram. Because I know a lot of you guys think that Kingbrum is its own team and that it's whatever. Kingbrum is not its own team. Kingbrum is Ult Rush, which is one of the 3 best teams on, like, in-game, right? Make sure you guys check that video out. But yeah, so I might switch him out for Helbram, so I'll have Losbane Meliodas in. But long story short, those are the units I'm going to be giving UR gear. Now, that's not to say I won't give other units UR gear. I might be on my BS and give Elaine some UR gear, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It might happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but Fairy Gang or Die, I might give Elaine UR gear, HP defense. I don't know, bro. It might happen. It might happen. But it's like, if I give Elaine UR gear, I might just have to give Gloxinia UR gear too, just for the memes. I don't know. I will eventually give Escanor UR gear. I don't know when. On JP, he didn't get UR gear till like 5 months after UR gear came out anyway, so it's whatever. But I will eventually probably give him UR gear as well. Outside of that, I don't think anybody else is going to get UR gear, right? I was thinking about giving DN UR gear, but it's like, I'm not going to be using really much, like, any DNs except for Giant DN. So I guess I could like make Giant DN an attack defense set, and that could be used for every DN, because like if Giant DN gets a UR gear set, I could run that on Giant Blue DN for ult rush. I can run it on Green Giant DN for farming, and I can run it on Blue Small DN because she has 98% crit chance as well. So I probably would do that. I don't know. The attack crit damage gear that I have on Green King, I could make UR for Jericho. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how I want to go about it, but I mean, for the most part, that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I'm going to be giving UR gear to these 4 units first, along with giving UR gear to Meliodas as well. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I've already high rolled my main team, like all of their gears high rolled. Now it's just, I just need to UR it basically. So yeah, I mean, that's really just what it is. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. That being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.